Well, I doubt this case has anything to do with the paranormal, since there's no such thing.
You know, you remind me of my sister Diana. She's a really lame buzzkill, too.
And now, we've reached the final episode to review. Hell yeah! Miraculous Tales of Emberbug, Sting Bee, and Tricky Fox, or Miraculous the New Generation, is an English animated series known as TOESTF. The series follows 3 teen siblings named Noah, Michael, and Zoe and their upcoming adventures. When trouble crashes the party, they transform into their iconic alter egos to save the day. The series was created by the YouTuber Embermation with pretty solid episodes so far, and I'm actually happy to review this series and future episodes because the episodes are just a fun watching on my downtime. Before we start, I'd like to say that canonically the Season 1 Origin episode Arctic Storm is technically a 2-parter episode, but on Embermation's channel, it's considered to be the 2nd episode for the season. So I'll be combining both episodes because I'm the type of guy who likes to wrap up any loose ends, if I'm not procrastinating. And with that, let's officially get into the episode review. Hell yeah! We start the episode with another iconic blonde pulling a Gabriel with the butterfly Miraculous, transforms, and hits a pose, and the screens fade. I'll be so honest here. This scene kinda reminds me of how I previously wrote my main villain, King Club, from the previously once canon fanfic series. But that's literally a story for another day. The scene transitions to our main character, Noah, sleeping peacefully as the brighter sunlight breaches the window. Also to Noah, where can I get that pillow? I desperately need that big fluffy pillow. Noah wakes up quite annoyed. The scene skips over to him in the bathroom, brushing his teeth, and then with him heading downstairs. He greets his siblings Zoe and Michael and asks what's up. Zoe responds with a "we're just eating breakfast," and asks if he wants some. Noah hits them with the clock of impending doom, and they realize they'll be late for school. Alright, so I've got a question. Where are the parents at? Cause I'll be so honest, when I first watched the episode, I thought they were either orphans and their parents die, or they lived with the maternal or paternal family, but where are they exactly? Or the parents went out to the store. But we all know how stupid that'd be, because why didn't one of them stay to look after the trio? Let's move on before I grow more agitated. The trio exit their home, presumably walking to school, and Noah finds this mini box questioning its existence, picks it up, and in his hands is the ladybug earrings, aka the ladybug Miraculous. You know, in my head, if this wasn't miraculous, I would be like this to Noah.
Put it back to Bomber Clock. You don't know what it means. You don't know what it represents. You don't know what kind of spiritual divination and things attached to it.
The earrings illuminated a bright pink light and immediately transformed. This moment is kinda confusing, actually, and here's why. 1. Noah momentarily had the earrings in his hand. 2. Where's Tiki exactly when the light blinded Noah and the audience? 3. He transformed without actually saying the transformation phrase. 4. This counts as an animation error given that little bro didn't put on the earrings. Noah's now fully transformed and questions what happened. Bro pulls out his yo-yo, revealing the bug phone. Yulhai literally said, Tiki must have a favorite because Marinette had to learn things the hard way in terms of yo-yo versatility and mastery. Noah reads the functions and accidentally summons the almighty Lucky Charm, which gave him a boring history book. Noah identified that the book was indeed from his school and swings off. Genuine question. Where was his siblings? Weren't they all walking to school together? The entire scene with Noah finding the ladybug Miraculous was like 42 seconds max for the audience, but should be at least 3 to 5 minutes in canon. Meaning, they could have either slowed down and waited for Noah or even walked to check up on him since bro was MIA. The scene transitions to Zoe and Michael getting off the school bus and walking to their school. Michael asks why Zoe's worried, and she reveals she's worried about Noah since he didn't come on the bus with them. Michael reassures her, stating he's probably fine and probably around at school. Girl, why didn't y'all ring him? Hello. You have phones for a reason, and even if you'll don't give him a call, at least wait for him at the front entrance until class starts, or better yet, tell a competent teacher.
The scene transitions to a girl named Lucy, who's in distress crying about what the mean girls told her, while her friend tries to reassure her from the outside. Suddenly, a familiar friend to the miraculous fandom flies in and infuses itself into Lucy's glasses, and in come the voices through Lucy's head. The already distressed Lucy hears Midnight Moth make her introduction and pulls the classic Hawk Daddy move, and all she wants are the Ladybug and Black Cat Miraculous. And Lucy accepts. Little nitpick here, I'd actually want to see more manipulation here. The scene in general was merely like, hey, I'ma just give you power and like you get me 2 trinkets for me. That probably hasn't even been found since ever. KK! When it should have been, Lucy, I know what you've been through. Honestly, I've been there. It was so hard to fight back because I didn't have the self-confidence or the will to fight back. But now I do, and I'm even offering you a chance to experience this power, but you'd have to do me a favor. Lucy should have felt comfortable with this entity talking with her, or even enraged her to take the power to prove she's not weak. But I do understand. Manipulation is quite hard to write in general, and I, who writes my main villain, who does also manipulates his victims in real time before transforming them, do, in fact, struggle to write manipulation scenes. However, the manipulation scene does get the point across. The scene transitions back to Emberbug, who I know damn well must have been exhausted. Suddenly, a cloud of dark smoke expanded itself, freezing buildings and probably people too. The scared Emberbug questioned what he was going to do, and then a burrow opened up beneath his feet, causing him to fall in. Loki, this fall poses near Peter Griffin, and I'll allow it. Emberbug questions where he is, and a new character steps into frame. Upside down actually, mind you, causing Emberbug to panic and ask him who he was. Bunny Boy introduces himself as Jax, the holder of the Bunny Miraculous, and states they need to head back in time to see who got acclimatized by Midnight Moth. Emberbug honestly should have been asking more questions about everything that happened to him in the last hour or so. That's all I'ma say. Also, I realize that Emberbug hasn't de-transformed, despite using his lucky charm. You could make the argument he did and it happened off-screen, but we haven't gotten any confirmation about that lore-wise. Anyways, Jax and Emberbug head towards the burrow screen, and Jax hits the rewind button to see what transpired before the attack, and who got picked to become the first Eternal Doom. Jax questions Emberbug on the girl's identity, to which Emberbug reveals he only knows her name. Lucy. Jax states they'll need the dog Miraculous for this mission, and he unifies both the bunny and dog Miraculous. Jax opens a burrow to the past, and out comes the ball thing that one taps the glasses. My question? Where did our dear old friend Jax get the Miraculous from? You telling me he had 2 powerhouses in his pockets?
No. I said no. You can kill all that right now. Like at this moment, stop.
However, the manipulation scene does get the point across. The scene transitions back to Emberbug, who I know damn well must have been exhausted. Suddenly, a cloud of dark smoke expanded itself, freezing buildings and probably people too. The scared Emberbug questioned what he was going to do, and then a burrow opened up beneath his feet, causing him to fall in. Low-key, this fall poses near Peter Griffin, and I'll allow it.